water that's in your cells is not the liquid water that you may drink. It's actually a so-called fourth phase or easy or gel-like water. How do you know that? Well, just cut yourself. If you cut yourself, the water would leak out as it would leak from a broken pipe. But it doesn't do that. And so the water is actually gel-like, and as I said, the gel-like water we know is called fourth phase water or easy water or structured water, however you like to call it. And this gel-like water sticks to the solids that are inside your cell. In the relaxed or resting state, so to speak, the water is easy water, it's structured, and the proteins are in their long extended state. When the cell is working, all of those actors undergo a massive change. And that change is known to science as a so-called phase transition. And then when the cell stops working, all of that stuff inside the cell returns to its initial condition, back to the structured state and with the proteins in their long extended state. A good example is muscle cells. We've studied muscles for quite a few years, and we've learned something about them. So in the resting state, when the muscle's not contracting, the water is in the easy state, and the proteins are in their long extended state. When they're active, when the muscle cell is activated to contract, everything changes. We have this phase transition. And the water in the cell becomes this ordinary liquid water, and the proteins also undergo a transition to their contracted state, not their extended state. And then when the cell is returning, when the muscle cell is returning to its initial condition, everything returns back to that initial state. The water becomes structured, easy, fourth phase water, and the proteins return to their extended state. What you need for this to happen, you need energy to return it to its initial state. And also you need enough water, because the water is now converting back to its initial structured state. But if you don't have enough water, it can't happen, and you have dysfunction. And in the case of a muscle, perhaps you may have had this experience that your muscle is kind of knotted up, doesn't want to return to its initial condition. And it will return eventually if you supply energy and if you got enough water to do it. So the main message is that if you don't have enough water inside your body, it leads to dysfunction, even sometimes pathology. Is different from what the textbooks say. The textbooks will tell you that water is nothing more than a background carrier of the important molecules of life. It's like the water is like filling a bathtub, bathing the more important molecules of life, the real actors in biology. And that's absolutely not true. And the evidence is presented in my 2001 book called Cells, Gels, and the Engine of Life. Of course, we don't know that what I've just told you applies for every cell in the body, because we've not studied every cell, but the ones that we've studied where the evidence is really clear in a half dozen different examples of different types of cell, the water is absolutely an integral part. The transition of water from the easy state to the unstructured, ordinary water state and back again is a central player in what goes on. And the water, therefore, it just it could not be more significant. It's an absolutely central player in the drama of life.